A lot has changed in 30 years, but graduate student research assistants at the University of Michigan are sure one thing has not. The fact they are students and not government employees who could be forced into a union and pay millions of dollars in dues.
People trying to unionize us didn't want it to come to a vote to begin with. They wanted to try and unionize us by other means first.
Graduate students like Adam Duzick didn't think unionization was possible. 30 years ago, MERC, the Michigan Employee Relations Commission, ruled that researchers were students, not public employees who could organize into a union. But there are new members on the commission, and the university's Board of Regents ignored the law last year when its Democrat members declared graduate student researchers to be public employees eligible for collective bargaining. The Graduate Employees Organization stands to gain $1 million a year if the students are organized. Nobody bothered to ask U of M students like Adam Duzick, who says unionizing researchers who work at labs and conduct experiments is a really bad idea.
I don't think it's a thing that can be done just like an employment relationship. I have to have a close relationship with my advisor. We work on these things together a lot and over a long period of time, and we have to our working relationship has to be strong for this to finish.
An administrative law judge is now deciding if MERC's 30-year ruling is valid. The lawmakers are taking no chances. At the urging of several hundred graduate research students, many of them represented by the Mackinac Center's Legal Foundation, as well as university deans, faculty members, and the university's president, they are trying to amend state law to state specifically the students are students and not entitled to organizing. At a recent Senate committee hearing on the matter, the gloves were off.
Is a research assistantship to help the student along financially.
This bill is a clarification of the original intent.
Mr. Chair, you have 3 yeas, 2 nays. The motion passes.
The bill prevailed and is now awaiting the governor's signature.
I'm hoping that they keep going, that things move smoothly and that this can be done in a relatively short period of time, because we're distracted. You're pulling away graduate students from their education, from their studies.
But even if this bill becomes law, these graduate students could be far from singing "Hail to the Victors." That's because this issue will likely end up in court.
The Mackinac Center's Legal Foundation has filed briefs on the matter. Director Patrick Wright doesn't think opponents have much of a chance.
Legal test is something called rational basis, and 19 out of the 19 administration deans of the various colleges at the University of Michigan, the Michigan administration, have all explained why they think that this concept of unionizing students is harmful, and so I think a court would clearly find that there was a rational basis for the legislation.
Adam Duzick could easily have kept to his studies and ignored the matter, but the idea of being pushed into a union doesn't seem right.
From the people I know, most everyone is against it, or they just want to be left alone. It was mandatory unionization, and I found out that it was already in place before I came here. I would seriously consider looking into my other options.